How much do one of these packages of filter pads cost?
They're about, well, anywhere between £2.50 and £2.99.
And the MiniJet itself?
MiniJet, anywhere between 139 and 179, I think.
And the filters are readily available at any homebrew shop?
Just about all homebrew shops. So. Failing that, you can get them from Hobby Wine Supplies online.
Or in their new location?
In Featherstone.
Yes.
Correct, I forgot about that, yeah.
Alright. Here we go.
So, important that we get them lined up correctly with the holes, as you can see. Make sure that we get them in the right way. They will go in the wrong way around. So you want the holes lined up.
Does it matter which way as long as the holes are lined up, or?
Yes, it matters because there's a hole that comes through here, so
Okay.
that's why the top left always has to be there. And one of these goes in between each filter plate. Like so. The front plate goes back on, right way up. And then we have to clamp down onto the filter pads. So it's important not to do one side at a time. Got to try and tighten them up evenly.
And it doesn't matter how tight you press them, or?
Well, you want it hand tight. You wouldn't want to get a wrench and try tightening it further, but hand tight is normally enough. But bear in mind your hands are wet because you've just been washing everything. So what I tend to do is to tighten it, leave it for a few minutes, and then come back and tighten it again. Get rid of that now because we don't need it.
So what is that tube going in?
This tube runs from the pump into the bottom of the filter and then goes up through the pads and out of here. There's a drip tray at the bottom, so there's another pipe goes onto that, and that goes into the receiving carboy.
No, just drippy drip.
Yep. And there's still some water in there. When we first start, we're going to run it through until we get wine. So we're in the carboy there. Here's the original demijohn that we've rinsed out. The receiving tube has a wire in it, so you can bend it into the shape that you want it.
Oh wow.
And a rack and can end on the bottom.
So you could technically rack with this?
You could. I wouldn't advise it, because if you get it wrong, you're going to put it. I would always rack first, so you've got clear wine, and then filter. Again, it's an extra stage, but it's just it prevents any problems a little later on. So I would always rack, then filter as a separate operation.
Okay.
I just think it makes more sense. What I'm going to do is bring this across.
See, it happens to the best of us.
Don't do this at home. There's the two tubes that we've already cleaned out. This is the overflow tube. Now the wine that drops into the bottom has gone through the pads.
So it will be filtered wine.
It will be filtered wine, yeah.
Should I?
There you go. Now we may get a little water in the wine at this point, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, it's probably not that
A
much.
tiny amount, yeah.
So let me see. How are you doing each?
So we want the can.
The root goes into the carboy.
Yes, it does.
And these better bottles are supplied by Hobby Wine Supplies.
Hobby Wine Supplies. Well, they're not supplied by. I bought them. So, the initial bit is to get the pump primed. It should work straight away. They don't always. So a little bit of dirt in that pipe. Which I'm not happy about.
Let's see. Close up.
Yeah.
Extreme close up.
Again, so we're going to give this a good swirl with some hot water. There's air leaking in here. So, there we go. And we're watching particularly for wine escaping here. You always get a little bit of foam, but if you get too much, there's something not quite right. Never tell me that. So it just runs on the timer on its own. Still losing a little bit of...
How long does it take for a 5-gallon batch?
Less than 5 minutes.
Oh wow. And have you noticed any sediment afterwards? Because I use a Harris filter and sometimes, now and then I do notice some sediment.
Well, you can filter out particles that are really quite small, and this is go down at 1 micron. However, things can happen in the wine that cause it to throw in their sediment. So if there's matter suspended that's less than a micron big, that can fall and eventually form a layer of sediment. You can get stuff like malolactic fermentation happens in the bottle. So you should leave the wine until it's perfectly clear and then filter it.
A lot of people are saying, well, if I leave the wine perfectly clear, why should I filter it? What is filtering?
Well, I'll show you in a second. If you take a shot inside here and look at the wine, which is quite clear, and then I'll show you the wine afterwards, it makes it sparkle. People think that you lose colour and flavour from the wine by filtering it. No, you don't. The wine might go a little flat after you've done it, what we call bottle shock or filter shock.
Just a...
Bless you.
Thank you.
But it'll always come back to itself. You are stripping dark material out, so it makes it seem like that. You're not stripping colour out. You're not by any stretch of the imagination. What you're stripping out is suspended particles that are making it seem like it's a different colour. But filtered wine sparkles. Let me demonstrate.
Oh yes, there is quite a difference.